Did she give you any paperwork on the museum? I mean, on the courthouse? Okay. No, she said she was looking for it, but she couldn't find it. So she's going to dig through it, but she's going to go home and rest up. I said, that's cool.
Our last secretary said she used to hear chains on the walls in that room.
Sylvia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came from the IT building where it's the old jail.
And that's where I want to take them last.
Yeah,
Then
I was.
That's the other building,
Yeah, right
that
across
was the
from
old
here.
jail.
Okay.
I was sitting in my office one day, I was telling everybody, I was sitting in my office, I was the only one in the office that day. And you know the sound an old jail cell makes when it hits the walls?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I kept hearing one slam, slam, slam. So I'm just sitting in my office, and then I hear the front door open up. Well, there's only two people that had access to our building. Us, that worked there, and they were all gone, and Moses, our security. So I picked my head out of my office, I looked down the hall, and it was him. And I told him, I said, weren't you just back there a second ago? He says, no, I've been at the courthouse for like 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
So he says, why? And I said, there's someone slamming doors back there. So he ran back there and looked all around. He was gung-ho. Who's back here?
And Mo's ex-karate black
And
belt.
Rachel now, también,
Still here.
she says she doesn't go back there.
Well, remember when we had dispatch back there?
Yeah, Lori and them.
And the girls used to call me, tell me, Mark, we're hearing noise.
So I picked my head out of my office, I looked down the hall, and it was him. And I told him, I said,
I want to take you to the last part. I want to take you over to the old jail. That's
Okay.
where I first started.
Okay.
We had 3 different incidences where we put 3 different inmates down there, 3 totally different times, and all 3 of them were screaming bloody murder, wanting out because something was in the cell and causing all kinds of. And I mean, but we had somebody hang themselves down there, so somebody had already died down there. But it was the only cell where 3 times, like I said, 3
Same
totally different inmate, 3 different times, same thing.
Is that cell still there, or
Yes.
is it now in
It's a cell now. It's still there as a cell.
Okay.
So, and IT, Manny, the guy we were talking to, he was the one saying he still hears those noises. When we were renovating dispatch, remodeling completely, we put dispatch in the back, in the day room of the old jail. And I mean, constantly I was getting phone calls, Mr. Hassel, we're getting this, Mr. Hassel, we just heard this. And I'm like, guys, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. I can't tell the ghosts, hey guys, we're working, you know? So it was just a lot of different noises. Oh, did you want to over here? Now, I've had employees say, oh, I heard noises up there. And the thing is, excuse me, it could be mice, it could be rats, it could be birds.
Could be the settling of the building.
Yes.
You know, we get that a lot.
And we have tension bars up there, which you'll see once we go up there.
Oh, well, the tension bars flex. We had a building in MSU I did in 2012 where they would report loud bangs coming from the classrooms. I mean, from the building, and people were inside, and they freaked out. So they called us in, and sure enough, we heard them. So what it boiled down to is going back and doing research. It turned out that they were using steel beams, and that loud bang is actually a very common issue. What happens is that they're supposed to have so much of a gap between the steel beams when they put them together. If they don't, what happens is at night when they cool down or they condense, they pull apart.
Shift.
And that's what causes that loud bang.
And you can see the bars right here running across all
Yeah.
the way. And you'll see them in the courtroom, actually, because they couldn't conceal those. They had to go actually have them across the room.
Wow. This is amazing.
And if you keep going down there,
Can you guys get through there?
Okay, I'm old.
Ramiro? You know that game, that limbo game?
Oh, forget about that. I think I finished my limbo career at age of 10.
So we'll continue up on these You're okay?
Now, who comes up here and works up here?
When we used to have the guys come up and fix the tower, the bell, which, hold on. Yeah, and in fact, I think the bell's been disconnected at this point, because if we were up here, when we used to bring the fire department up here, and that bell would go on, oh my gosh.
Now, is this part of the clock?
Yes,
That's the
Yeah.
counterweight?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll see the actual
Wow, this is great.
mechanism up there.
Oh,
You okay?
no, I'm looking at this. That's old technology right there. Again, I'm having flashbacks. Sorry.
Trying to find.
It's a little cooler up here.
But you know what? Look at it's all brick too.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Let me lift this up. Look at that. Wow.
Can I take a picture of
Yes,
that?
go ahead, go ahead.
Mind you, here, let me open this up a little bit more.
Thank you.
And so those are the counterweights right there.
Yeah, everything.
Wow.
And I don't know what happened, why they just continued, because about a year ago this thing was still functioning.
Probably maintenance cost.
I have no idea. Maybe then the maintenance director might be able to tell us, but
You know what? It probably, definitely, I think it may be maintenance cost in a lot of these places. Trying to find, you know, the right person to do it at a reasonable cost, especially when it's older stuff like this.
our security guy, for some reason, he had an infatuation with this, so he was the one that would come up here and get all this going.
Watch the spider web right there.
I know, I'm gonna be full of spider webs.
Oh,
Okay.
and then the falcon, just be
So-
very careful with the falcon.
So we just lift up right here?
Yes.
Okay, here, let me.
It's a heavy door. Yes, it is.
Okay, see the latch. Wow. Amazing.
Make sure the falcon's not up there because he will get you.
Yeah, I don't see any falcon at all.
He's that big.
You know what? You're gonna get all dusty up here, Myra.
Okay. I didn't come for a fashion show.
This guy's people also.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, whoops.
Nothing that a shower won't fix.
Yeah, we gotta watch this guy right here. See, so you have a clock facing in each corner, right?
Right.
So it's each one facing a compass direction, is that correct?
Correct.
Sorry, let me get out of
East,
your way.
west, south, north. And I'm telling you, when that bell goes off, woo, man, that thing is loud, and you feel the vibration within your body.
You know what, here's the
You guys can see. Now these guys, like these guys here, they were guys that got up here, God knows how. But like this one, here we go, 1947.
Wow.
And you'll find that throughout. These were the people that helped build this, and you'll find their names carved in. But these two characters.
Tweety?
Yeah, Tweety. He probably snuck up here one day and stayed the night. He used to be part of the devil worshippers that we used to have in town.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you know that old story about that, what is it? Charles Manson,
Oh, yeah.
allegedly called Deming the gateway to hell?
Yes.
But you know
And
what?
like I told you, a lot of people don't believe me. I don't even share the story anymore. But I know what I heard. And on everything. I got about right here, and all of a sudden all I heard was, "Heart." But it sounded like it went over me. And when it did that, I even flinched down, and I looked back, and I thought, whoa, whoa. And I thought, there's nobody over there. So I stood there at the door, and I kept looking. I thought, what was that? And I thought, no, I think I was hearing something. I was trying to talk myself out of it. So then I went and called our HR, who was downstairs, in the offices downstairs. So I was up here by myself. The lights were all off. Nobody was up here. So I went down there, and this was all getting renovated, so it was all messed up. So I went down there to go see him, and he was like, what's going on with you? And I'm just looking at him like, I said, you know I'm not scared of crap. I said, I've been in more scarier places. I said, but this is what I heard. And he was just like, are you sure? And the guys didn't go, Mark, like that on the, I said, no. I said, it came over me. When I was talking to the maintenance guy, he's not here right now, I'm hoping to get him here so you can talk to him. He said the same thing when he used to be up here, something called his name.
Wow.
And then there was the night that I was staying late. County manager at the time, John Sutherland, he was getting ready to leave. I was in here working, he was walking out. As he walked out, he said, don't stay too late. And so I told him, no, I gotta get some stuff finished. And then I said, I'll be out of here. It's about 7:30. It was in the winter, so it was dark. So it was really dark. There was no moon out and stuff. So like I said, when they were renovating, in fact, he wasn't in that office yet. He was down there. So he came up to tell me goodbye because he had seen the lights. So he left. I was the only one in the building. In the room right next door, this one, there was no carpet. It was just wood floors. And not pretty decorative. It was just wood where they bared it out. And so there was furniture in there. So when I was working, all of a sudden I had my music on, I was typing away and reading all my stuff, and then all of a sudden I hear, you know, when you move a chair across the wooden floor, you hear, and I heard that. I thought, what the heck? So I thought, no, come on. So I started working, trying to finish, trying to concentrate, and then again I heard something move again. So when I opened that door to look inside there, I thought, man, I can't see nothing. So then I came here and I started thinking, okay, I need to keep it together. Maybe I'm just late, I'm tired, I'm hungry. So I called my wife and I told her, you know what? Stay on the phone with me. I'm almost finished, but just stay on the phone. And she goes, what's going on? I said, I just feel this weird thing. I said, I kind of heard something. And right at that point, you heard it again. And then I told her, did you hear that? Did you hear that? And she says, I'm not saying I did. I'm not saying I didn't, but where are you at? And I told her, I'm in my office. I just stay on the phone. I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I saved everything, turned off my computer. I mean, I just did a hard shut off and boom. I came out this hallway. At night, this hallway is pitch black. You'll see. It's pitch black. So, I mean, that turns into complete darkness. And so when I came out, I looked and boom, I went down the stairs. There's no way I was using that elevator. I went downstairs and got out, got to my vehicle and
Wow. So now they keep the prisoners in a totally different area, correct?
yeah, this is the old jail.
Okay.
This jail's no longer used.
Okay.
It's being used for storage and for IT,
Uh-huh.
but for inmates or anything like that, no.
Okay.
So we'll walk straight across over there.
From their building. So remember what I was telling you about energy?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Look at this place.
This is the old jail. This is where I first started in 1996. See, right here used to be the catwalk around.
Oh, wow. Look at this place.
This is the old jail. This is where I first started in 1996. See, right here used See right here. 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 Oh, and the kitchen. The kitchen is where we had a cook dive back there, and we always had experiences back there.
And this is where people say they hear things and all that?
In the back.
In the back area? Not in this area?
Not this area, but on the very, very back is like I tell you.
So these are offices now?
Yeah, these are all black, no, from the back. We're from these other, the main ITs and that.
Please don't.
So they're
Lock it's
just,
not.
they're just gonna keep these bars up?
Yeah, the bars, no, you lock it.
That's right.
We've sheetrocked it on the inside, you can't even tell.
Yeah,
They look actually really nice.
You can't even see, if you go into the offices, you can't tell they were cells. These are all gone. On the other side, yes, you can still tell they were cells. But this was our catwalk. This is where we walked around to check the inmates, because all their bunks were there in the middle. This goes to the back to the kitchen. So we had a cook dive long time. We're gonna take you next is where 3 different inmates, 3 different times, 3 different, totally different people that were screaming bloody murder to get them out because of what they were seeing in there. And when we got them out to get them to tell us, what did you see, what did you see, they were just so like, they were freaking out. I mean, like literally like crying like babies. We never found out what it was that they actually saw back there. This is the one that, the cell that people would freak out on. This is where the noises would come with dispatch. The girls were working late nights.
In here?
Yes. We had a big black guy that was in here. Huge black guy, muscle on muscle. He was literally almost pulling these, look, I can't even move him. He was literally rattling the crap out of this thing. He was a big, big black guy. He was screaming bloody murder. And because we weren't getting him out fast enough. You hear that? The metal? He took the mattresses down and he was banging. It was echoing out throughout this whole jail. He kept saying, get me the F out, get me. I mean, he was screaming it at the top of his lungs. We never really got a statement to what they saw.
You said there was other ones who also said the same thing?
Same thing. And 3 different people, 3 different walks of life, 3 different, totally different times. It wasn't like the same week or the same day. It was sporadic. Supposedly, it was the cell next, the next one, was where the guy hung himself. But I've heard that it was this cell, but the stories I've heard, it was the cell.
Oh, you see that right there?
No. East side? Or
The handprints.
oh shit.
You'd have to climb up. Okay, here's your chance to tell us. Here's your chance to talk to us. You're welcome to say something to us here.
You remember Fast Times at Richmond High? Yeah. He was a black guy in there, the football player.
That's a car from outside from that door. You got 3 different ways of telling us who you are.
Phantom.
Is that all you want to say to us? Is Phantom?
Tag.
Tag. Okay. Did you tag the wall? Are we getting close? Yep, it just lit up. See it? Or
See
was that
again?
your phone there?
No, it's lighting up if you watch it.
Okay. So, is your name in here? Can you light it up again? That's a car.
No, it was like that beat.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Puppy, yeah. But
Joe's gonna be running a snake underneath the sewer in a little while, so we might start actually hearing up underneath pumping.
But
did
that
you
was
hear-
like a little
No,
beat.
that was a beat.
Like that was, and I heard, that's why I turned
Like a
and
breath, huh?
it was
Like
almost
a-
like I heard something over here.
Yeah, I heard it too.
I heard a beep, but I thought it was like one of your phones or.
No, I just
No.
turned my phone.
And my phone's, it's on, but it's on vibrate.
And then this was the cell, allegedly, this is the one that the person hung themselves, but they said it was this one, but they're saying it was this one.
So it's used for storage right now?
Yes.
Not much in it. Watch your step.
Yeah.
Watch your step.
Okay, you wanna make a noise like this? Go ahead.
Bed.
That? What it says?
Bed.
Bed.
You're on the bed.
You're on the bed. This used to be the jail, dispatch, and sheriff's department all together.
Go on that walkway.
Okay.
Have the metal
Oh, sorry.
bed. Problem solved.
What's that, sir?
We've been trying to get dispatch, or actually IT allows us to put a door right there so that. dispatch-
We went down this way, right?
Problem solved.
Yes.
Have you noticed that?
We went down this way, correct?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How do the words come up?
Button.
He just appeared.
Button.
Button.
Button, uh-huh.
It just came up.
Yeah, did you use buttons to buzz in and out?
Yes.
back on?
Yes, right back up where we came in.
Huh. So what do you think? The Phantom, the bed?
Oh, the Phantom just blew me away. That, and I'm telling you, I don't know what those guys saw, but to see grown men, well, not grown, they were like in their 30s, late 20s, early 30s, but both of these guys were built, they were just thugs of life, they were thugs of the system, but to see those guys screaming and crying and begging for their life,